Good afternoon, or whatever time it might be that you're listening to this Chamber community. Again, my name is Nick Plott. I'm the Government Affairs Chair for your Greater Winter Haven Chamber of Commerce. And we are pre-recording today's session because myself and Anna, who's just off screen here with the Chamber, we will be on a bus to see our delegation and take a tour of the Capitol here in Tallahassee tomorrow with our leadership Winter Haven 41 group. So we'll run through the slides and update on chamber priorities and Florida Chamber of Commerce updates as well. And then we also have some remarks from Senator Stargill's office from her aide, Chad Davis. So we'll go ahead and kick off. And again, welcoming you to week number 5 of the legislative session. For those of you joining us for the first time, thank you. During these weekly calls throughout legislative session, we aim to keep our membership apprised of potential legislation that can impact the business community and Winter Haven community in general. A few housekeeping items to start. You're all automatically muted and your video is off while you join the call, and that does not apply today because it's pre-recorded. So if you have any questions, feel free to send those to us throughout the week, and we'll either incorporate them into next week's call or try to give you an answer throughout the week. All right, moving on. Again, agenda for today, just talking through the Chamber's legislative priority statement. Again, that's a little 2-sheet preparatory document that we have that just outlines everything that we're monitoring or helping our community partners engage in during sessions. So if you want to know exactly the issues we're fully aligned with, please let us know. We'll get that statement to you. Or if you think we're missing anything, please let us know as well. We'll do a quick recap of week 4 and a look ahead to week 5. And I believe this coming Wednesday, we will reach the midway point for session and be on the downhill side of that. Again, this is our wonderful delegation. And again, leadership Winter Haven 41 will be up there and hoping to meet with some of them. And we'll definitely be meeting with Mr. Davis and Senator Stargill's office on Wednesday. Again, this is a look at our legislative priority statement. Again, tracking things through economic development and tourism, healthcare. The city has a slate of items that they're pursuing, transportation, arts, and culture, and a few others as well. We also have the ability to track pretty much anything that might see the light of day during this session. The little clip you see here is our outward facing list of priorities and any bills, again, that we're either tracking or you've told us to track on your behalf. This is the front end. You can access that through winterhavenchamber.com/2022 legislative priorities. And please let Anna or myself know if there's anything we're missing out there. We will continue to track. Just to look at where we stand as of the beginning of this week. Again, session running January 11th through March 11th. We did gain 1 member to the Florida delegation this week. I believe it was a Democrat out of Broward County was officially seated. So I believe, I'm going to guess here, 99% sure that was on the House side. Chad, you can either on the House side. And a list of general bills that have been filed, bills that have passed, 5 on the House side, 54 on the Senate side, and 4 have passed both chambers. All right, just a quick look at what moved bills-wise and redistricting last week. That's January 31st through February 4th. And again, a hot topic item, pretty much most of the session, but definitely going forward is the budget. 22 to 23 budget proposals for back half of this year and the upcoming front half of next year. The original, both the Senate and House Appropriation Committees are meeting on Wednesday to hear and pass the budget. Again, you see the House budget total $105.3 billion estimate and Senate budget total $108.6 billion. And the governor came in with an early estimate thinking around the $99.7 billion. So a little bit of a deficit there between the two chambers, hopefully to negotiate as we go throughout. Once they are passed out of their respective floors, they'll work together, iron out their differences. The two chambers have until March 8th to finalize a spending plan. And when that plan is finalized, there will be a final vote to pass the budget before it goes to Governor DeSantis for his signature. And a little more detail on both plans here. Some items of note: all three budgets include the same funding for Visit Florida, which is great. Again, being in a secondary or tertiary tourism market, we're big fans of that. And Enterprise Florida's operating budget, $50 million for Visit Florida, $12 million for Enterprise Florida. You'll also notice the discrepancy between the funding of Florida Job Growth Grant between all three proposals. The Florida Job Growth Grant Fund aims to support projects that create workforce training opportunities and invest in critical infrastructure. Governor DeSantis proposed that $100 million go towards the fund, but neither the House nor the Senate chose to allocate that much towards the fund. Also of note here, neither the House nor the Senate included spending for both the Space Florida Infrastructure Fund and Consumer First Workforce Information System, whereas Governor DeSantis included $106 million for these two items. The Senate has the highest spending proposal for affordable housing programs. A few redistricting proposals out there. Last week, the Florida Senate voted 37-0 to approve the new State House and Senate maps. Since this is a joint resolution between the two chambers, the new maps do not need to go to Governor DeSantis for approval. The maps will now be sent to Attorney General Ashley Moody to present to the Florida Supreme Court. The Florida Supreme Court will now review the maps, which could take anywhere between 45 and 60 days. As a reminder, these maps would put most of Winter Haven into District 48 for House elections and District 12 for Senate elections. Quick congressional update: congressional maps are on hold after Governor DeSantis asked the Florida Supreme Court to weigh in on whether to keep the 200-mile district stretching from west of Tallahassee to Jacksonville intact. Again, movement last week. Another interesting bill that we're following. The bill would limit the subjects of citizens' initiatives to procedural issues for the structure of the Florida government. This is meant to deter out-of-state lobbyists and special interest groups from influencing Florida politics. And again, we've just seen an onslaught of people trying to get things kind of around our Florida state legislature and then through the amendment procedure. So this is trying to shore that up a little bit. Senator Jason Brodeur is the one heading that up. And again, that's on the slate for the Senate and Ethics Elections Committee for 2-8, and on the House side, House Bill 1127 with Representative Mike Beltran passed the Judiciary Committee 14-6 and placed on the House calendar. Local ordinances and something we're monitoring with Senator Travis Hudson here prevents burdensome regulations. Moving my little box here. Burdensome regulations by requiring local governments to adopt a business impact statement before the adoption of an ordinance, and awards attorney fees if it is found by the courts that a local ordinance is arbitrary or unreasonable, or that the ordinance is prohibited by law. And that's passed the Senate 28-8, now in House messages. And on the House side, House Bill 403, the House did not take up action this week. Local governments, something we're tracking with Representative Lawrence McClure, allows businesses to recover damages from local governments if an ordinance or local governmental procedure creates a significant loss in revenue. Senator Hudson's bill passed the Senate 22-14, now in House messages. And on the House side, it's passed Local Administration and Veterans Affairs Subcommittee 11-6. The COVID-19 Liability and Protections Healthcare, being run by Senator Danny Burgess, extends the common sense COVID-19 liability protections expiring for healthcare facilities to continue to protect our healthcare heroes as the pandemic continues. Again, that's going to expire here in a couple of months. So to keep that going is why they're pursuing this particular piece of legislation. Senator Burgess's is added to the special order calendar for February 9th. And it looks like both Senate and House are holding a full vote on this on Wednesday. So hopefully we'll be able to report this passage next week. Yep, and again, the Visit Florida bill being run by Senator Ed Hooper reauthorizes Visit Florida, the state's tourism marketing arm, beyond October 1st, 2023, to provide certainty and allow Visit Florida to long-term plan and hire top talent. And again, this has passed the Senate and is now on to the House, and hopefully to get on the calendar there shortly. And again, one of the initiatives we're tracking, or just one of the pieces we're tracking here through the chamber, as well as the prior, are the student assessments, getting away from the standardized end of the year to throughout the year progress monitoring system. This is with Senator Manny Diaz is running this one. And again, it would replace the Florida statewide assessments end of year system with, again, throughout the year progress monitoring benchmarks. And the Senate did not take any action this week. Let me see, sorry, some discrepancy here. Senate version on Appropriations Committee calendar for Wednesday. Okay, so the previous week there is no action, but this coming Wednesday, it is, the Senate version is in the Appropriations Committee. And on the House side, they've passed through the House Early Learning and Elementary Education Subcommittee 12-4. Sneak peek for week number 5, House Bill 105. Again, this is a bill that the city of Winter Haven is watching that allows counties and cities to regulate smoking in public areas. The city is sending a letter to the committee chair, Representative Colleen Burton, to urge her to place on her next committee agenda. Members can reach out to Katrina Hill if they'd like to support the city in this effort. And again, she just added this to our list, so this is actually new. Something that they're tracking in the city. So again, it's given the city and the county a little more leeway to designate these non-smoking areas. On House Bill 685, rural development added to Infrastructure and Tourism Appropriations Subcommittee agenda. And again, this is recently passed House State Affairs Committee 21-0 and is now an Infrastructure and Tourism Appropriations Subcommittee. House Bill 777, local tax referenda requirements, now in State Affairs Committee. Again, this bill would require referenda authorizing certain optional local taxes like tourist development tax, fuel taxes, school district millages, et cetera, to be held at a general election. And then House Bill 981, mixed-use residential development projects for affordable housing. This bill allows county and city commissioners to approve a mixed-use residential project, provided that a portion of the project includes affordable housing and the developer agrees not to apply for or receive funding from SEL, which is the state arm incentive loan program, for acquiring gap funding for development projects that include affordable housing. And the last note there, Polk State College Appropriations. Thank you, Anna. We have a second page here. Polk State College Appropriations proposals now in Appropriations Committee. This is funding proposals to expand critical health sciences programs, remodel, renovate buildings and classrooms, and build new facilities in the Northeast region. Again, they have that nice parcel of land up there near Advent Health off of Highway 27 that we would love to see Northeast Campus come to. And that brings us into the end of my prepared remarks here. I'm going to kick it over to Chad Davis out of Senator Kelly Stargell's office for some remarks from his office, and thank him for his time today. Chad, thank you so much for being on the call.
Sure. Hi, everybody. So this week we are in week 5. As Nick said, Wednesday is hump day. We'll be at official our 30th day of the 60-day session. And this week is all about the budget. Both budgets came out last Friday from the House and the Senate. Those proposals will now be considered in the each chamber's Appropriations Committee. And that'll be happening on Wednesday, actually, while the Leadership Winter Haven group is up here. Senator Stargell will be in the middle of about an 8-hour Appropriations Committee meeting that, among other things, will be considering the Senate budget, and members will have the opportunity at that point to offer amendments to the budget. The spending is kind of already set, but what they can do is they can negotiate with other members and their requests to take a little money from one place and put it into another. So that will be happening on Wednesday. Every year it always feels like we're moving a little bit faster than usual, but this time it just seems like we got the budget done a lot quicker. And maybe it's just I'm just ready to get out of here. I don't know. It just feels like it's moving a lot faster than normal. But that's a good thing. I think that we're seeing the priorities now coming out. The House side, looks like they're focusing a lot on job training and areas of helping folks in their finding jobs and retaining jobs, especially nurses. I think there was quite a bit of money that went towards nurse training. But in the Senate side, we're focusing quite a bit also on education funding and on state employee funding. We're trying to be ahead of the curve when it comes to the $15 minimum wage hike that's coming. A lot of private employers cannot quite get there yet. They're on the scale each year of increasing. We're trying to jump in right now. We know we're going to have to meet it anyways, so why not do it now and help fill some of the shortages right now in the public sector, where we have a lot of need, really a lot of need from what we're hearing. So that's kind of what we got with the budget. Some of the other things going on with the maps, the congressional district maps. Thankfully, we are asking the Supreme Court to look at that. The governor has, because we can't really go forward with his map with the questions surrounding the constitutionality there. So hopefully we'll get some clarification, especially I think it was that one district they were looking at to see if it had to be drawn in a certain way to meet the minority majority rules or whatever the Constitution requires there. So that will help. I think that would help quite a bit in trying to move that process along, since we now do have the state or the Senate and the House maps done. It'll be nice once we know what the congressional maps are going to look like as well. So besides that, we are also at the point now, starting I think maybe this week or even next week, when the substantive committees, those first committee stops that bills go through, are going to stop meeting, which means bills that have not made it in their first committee are likely dying. If they're not on the agenda this week, a few of them may be meeting next week. I asked a friend of mine in the House if she could clarify when those meetings will stop, and she hasn't gotten back with me yet. But as soon as those meetings stop, those bills are dead if they haven't moved in their first committee. And that's a rule that both the House and the Senate have. If your bill hasn't been heard in at least one committee, that language cannot be amended into another bill. And that just protects the integrity of the process. So up here, the saying is bills are dying. That's what everybody starts going around talking about. Lobbyists start showing up with their hair on fire, trying to see how they can get that last committee meeting or that last agenda done with their bill on it. But yeah, beyond that, everything is moving pretty smoothly. I don't see any hiccups or anything along the road. Of course, session's going to session. We'll see what happens. I am looking forward to seeing everybody this week. I've been helping out a little bit with the planning for your agenda when you get at least on Wednesday. And yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun to have folks from home back up here again.
Yeah, absolutely. We're really looking forward to chat, and thank you so much for all the legwork you've done and just making it a fun trip for everyone to get up there and just see how the sausage is made. But excited to get up there, bring leadership Winter Haven 41, and we're going to wrap it up here. There's no one on the call, so no one to ask of any questions. Chad, thank you so much for your report out. And again, anyone watching this throughout the week, if you do have any questions or need to reach out to anyone here at the Chamber or any of our community partners, anything that does pop up that maybe sneaks into the last committee stop or just something we need to address, please communicate that throughout the week. And we're here to help as much as we can. So with that said, everyone have a great week, and we'll be back live with our live option Tuesday at 10 o'clock. So thank you so much. And again, Chad, with Senator Stargill's office, thank you so much for being on today.
Yeah, my pleasure. I hope to be back next week.
Yes, sir. Great. Thank you. Everyone have a great day.